Hi everyone, Brett Gurney here with BrettGurney.com. It's good to see all of you today. And we are back once again to do another blog post supporting video, which is one of the things that I like to do a lot, as some of you might be aware of. And today we are going to talk about Facebook engagement. What is it and how does it affect the Facebook marketer? And let me just kind of set the stage here a little bit for some of those of you that don't really know my one of my systems here. I kind of call this my cheat sheet a little bit because it's much easier for me to do these trainings when I have something in front of me that I can refer to. So what I do is I'm a better writer than a talker, so I write the blog post first, and it is my material. It's material that I've learned from other people's materials, but it's not a copy and paste or anything like that. It's stuff that I've learned, that I've listened to, read, heard, um, or whatever, and then have made notes and put it in my own words. And it's also from my own personal experiences. And then I blog about it. I blog about what I read. I blog about what I learn. I blog about what I do. And then I use those blog posts as a reference for my video training, because sometimes it's hard for me to come up with the words unless I have that reference in front of me. So I kind of call it my cheat sheet, if you will, and I call these my blog post supporting videos. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Facebook engagement, and it is something that not all Facebook marketers are keen of or aware of. Okay, and what I do is I start reading a little bit, and then that kind of gets the thought patterns going, and I can kind of elaborate on some of the material. So what do we mean here? What exactly is Facebook engagement? And it goes on. Most Facebook marketers that I have spoken with would define Facebook engagement as likes, comments, and shares. Well, yeah, but what a lot of people don't realize is just what this engagement leads to, how it can benefit your business and your marketing efforts by ensuring that your posts get positioned high on news feeds and seen by more people. Okay, in other words, yeah, we want to, of course, we want to get likes, comments, and shares on our Facebook posts, and we want to create relationships with people, and that's what it's all about. But at the same time, that's not all that it's about when it comes to Facebook marketing, because Facebook has a system, an algorithm that they use, and who knows, how it kind of works behind the scenes, but um, they look at everything that you do and the engagement that you get, and that's how they determine how how widespread your message goes, and how many of your friends or contacts on Facebook that get that message. Because believe me, it's a fairly small percentage of your contacts that are seeing your posts on their news feeds, and especially if you're not getting a lot of engagement. Okay, so if you're wondering why it may seem like a lot of people are not seeing your post, well, they may not be. Okay, so the whole idea is to kind of maybe tweak the way you're presenting yourself, or what you're putting on Facebook, what you're posting, as opposed to slamming links out there, or hey, here, and I mentioned this a lot. Here's my link, buy my stuff. Okay, no, 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 no. That's not going to get you anywhere. First of all, people are going to, kind of look at you like, you're a little bit desperate, maybe. You don't know what you're doing, and the fact is, are those people going to want to work with you? I mean, you've probably got some friends that will, but when it comes to people that you don't know so well, you need to kind of present yourself maybe in a little bit of a different way, as opposed to link bombing or link dumping, like some of us calls it. It's just not the best way. What you want to do is you want to put out material and posts that engage people, conversational. Okay, just like a two-way conversation, and you can ask questions, you can ask people for their opinions, you can put out news type of posts that engage people and get them talking. There's a lot of things that you can do. The more engagement you get, the further your posts are going to reach, creating more engagement, creating a further reach. So it's reciprocal. Okay, let me just go on here. Facebook engagement increases your post's positioning and length of time in newsfeed, and that's something I didn't mention yet. Yes, it does. The more engagement that you're getting on your posts, the longer, not only the further of a reach is it going to get, but the longer they're going to let it hang out on newsfeed. Okay, and you might notice some people's posts when you go to your newsfeed are there a lot. Okay, they're there for a lot for a reason. If it seems like they're there more than others, they probably are, because those people are posting in a way that's creating a lot of engagement. Okay, and I'll go on. You see, it's not so much about the number of contacts you have like it used to be, but more about the engagement of the ones you do have. How many are talking about this? Yes, it used to be everybody was concerned with how many friends do I have? How many contacts do I have? Well, that's good to have a lot of contacts. But if your contacts are not engaging with you, um, then it's really not, it's not doing a whole lot of good. Okay, so it's more about the quality now, the quality of the posts, as opposed to the quantity of the posts. Educational information, okay, newsworthy type stuff, engagement. Some people will ask questions. Some people will put up a multiple choice thing up there and ask someone, which one of these would you choose? Or, hey, I like this. Is there anybody else that likes this? And ask people, hey, if you like this, like the post if you agree with me, that kind of a thing. Anything that will get people engaged. Okay, if you just, another thing that you don't want to do is hit and run or post and run. Okay, and I see a lot of people do this. I see people post, and they might even put out a pretty decent, engaging type of a post, and then I see people commenting on those posts, and that person's nowhere around. They're not talking back. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Okay, you put out a good post that engages people, and then you don't engage back. Okay, the whole idea is to get things to go viral. The more, and that's what this term, talking about this, you've probably seen it on Facebook, especially on paid, business pages. How many people are talking about this? Well, that's simply a viral type of effect. When something's going around, when people are sharing it, when they're liking it, when they're commenting on it, that's where they get that term of talking about this. And the more that are talking about it, obviously the more engagement you're getting. And once again, it's all about a wider reach. Okay, reaching more of your contacts and getting your post to stick longer in the news feed. The post goes on to talk about what a source of this particular training, which was a really great article over at Social Media Examiner. If some of you aren't familiar with Michael Stelzner and Social Media Examiner, that's a really great resource for social media marketing, all the different platforms and channels out there, like LinkedIn and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest and stumbled on and all of those. A lot of this stuff there's so many hours in a day, right? A lot of this stuff I'm starting to learn about now, and I always teach what I learn. So we'll be talking more about that. But if you're not familiar with Social Media Examiner, you should go check it out. And he does a lot of podcasts that I really like. In fact, I download his podcasts onto my iTunes so that while I'm working or whatever, if it's not something that I need to really focus on, that I can listen to something else at the same time, I will pop the earplugs in and I will listen to his podcast, which is my way of training. Okay, so and it talks about Michael Stelzner and one of his guests and how they like it, how they liken posting with planning. In other words, when you're posting on Facebook, you're planting seeds. Okay, it's one of the things that you're doing, and then things grow from there. And then that's a little bit what I talked about, making things go viral. And let me just finish this here. Like a bush or a plant, you have to stick around and take care of. I just talked about that, as opposed to a hit and run post that we have seen so often. In other words, you have to watch your posts and engage with others that are engaging with you. That's what the tool is there for. Okay, the tool is not there for you to say, here's my link, join my stuff. The tool is there for, and when I say the tool, I mean Facebook is there for you to make friends with other people, to engage with others, to create relationships. And it's those relationships that lead to business partners. Okay, when you link bomb, that makes people run away from you. They just don't want any part of it. Not any of the quality type of people that you would love to have go into business with you. Continuing on, don't just post and move on. Watch the post, and when someone comments and comment back. When you engage back, it becomes a two-way conversation, which keeps it going. This engagement is what Facebook picks up on, their system. And then it goes on to say it's all about their algorithm. Can never say that word right. The system they use to calculate news feed exposure and positioning. Okay, and then it just talks about the training that I got this, the material from, and putting it into practice. And if you do these things, if you post engaging material and you create conversations, you create things that people want to share, that they want to like on, they want to comment on, you can create viral things happening, and which leads to, lost my place here. Yeah, it leads to friends of friends. In other words, when your friends start sharing your material, which is the ultimate, when you get something out there that your friends will share, their friends are going to pick up on it, and they will share it. Okay, and if it's your post, it keeps your name on it. Okay, if you put one of your pictures on there, if you post a photo, an image, or whatever, with a little story, a little comment or something, and it's something that people like, it's educational, it's newsworthy, it's worth talking about, it's something fun, it's exciting, maybe it's something cool, that people like, or it's motivational, or it's inspirational, anything like that that people will share. They're sharing your post, and then when their friends share your post and their friends share your post, you're going to start having people ask, they're going to notice you. And when they notice you, they're going to ask you to be their friend. Okay, so if you're doing some of the things that I talked about that you shouldn't be doing, and start doing some of the things that I talked about that you should be doing, you will notice an uptick in the amount of friends requests that you're getting coming in. Okay, people will start asking you to connect with them. The more people who see your posts, the more engagement you're going to get. And so you see, this can benefit your Facebook marketing a great deal, and it really can. Okay, so that's kind of the lowdown on Facebook engagement and what it means to your business. Your business is all about exposure. It's all about you putting yourself out there as somebody who wants to create relationships with people, who wants to get to know people, who wants to engage in normal conversation. And trust me, if you do it that way, it's much easier to bring your business into a conversation if you have someone's ear, if they're listening to you, if they're paying attention to you. Okay, that's kind of it for today, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch my video today, and we'll see you again. We'll see you again soon on the next video. So long, everyone, and